Welcome back to yet another video on this 2020 TOEIC series update. We have made it this far and we shall not give up now. We will go all the way. This is the final stages of the race and we will not stop now. In this video, we will look into different types of single passages and specifically try to deconstruct all the 6 types of questions I mentioned in the earlier videos. We will do a few solid examples to get into the 6 types of questions. And one more thing, if you find this video useful, please give me one of these. Please be generous enough to give me one of these and share it with your friends and like and subscribe, yes, and hit the notification bell. Alright, are you ready? Let's get going then. As I mentioned in the previous video, you will be reading approximately 10 single passages with a total of 29 questions. Each passage will have 2 to 4 questions, and knowing how the passage is organized can really help you find the information you need to answer the questions quickly. I also mentioned that in the reading test you will encounter different types of passages and we have to learn how to recognize the passage types. There are, for example, these are the passages and this is the kind of information you are likely to see in the single passages. Learn to recognize the passage type and where to scan for the information. For general correspondence, you are likely to see letters, emails, and memos. Letters are usually formal and are used for official communications outside of the company. And emails are typically informal letters and are used for communication within the company most of the time. And memos are usually addressed to multiple people at the same company. And if you look at the typical organization of the correspondence, so you'll have a header which may include address of recipient and the writer in the letter, the subject in emails and in memos, and also the date. And then you have the greeting and indicates who the correspondence is being addressed to. And in the first paragraph, probably you will find like the purpose. They will describe what the correspondence is mainly about. And in the body, information, important details. And in the final paragraph, may describe what action the recipient need to take. And in the signature, so indicates who the correspondence is from. For instance, this is a typical letter written to Mr. Miller about a meeting. So it is about a meeting and it's written by Simmons. So for advertisement, it provides information about product or services and often include information about special events such as sales or grand opening. This is an advertisement for a ski lodge and it's offering a promotion as they say it. So it's opening on December 17 and there are the details. So you will have header and a body. So this is a notice for a talk by a person. So notices actually announce special problems, warnings, information about upcoming events, and it is often posted in public places such as library, community centers, or bookstores. And it has a header which indicates the problem, warning, or event being described in the notice. And we have the body paragraph, includes important details like date, time, location, and reasons for the notice. And for example, this is an announcement, which is a notice for a talk. This is an article for premium vehicles. For articles, articles have text that appear in newspaper or magazines. It may include the results of studies, often describe news about businesses or community members. And it will have a headline, it will have a paragraph, first paragraph, and a body paragraph. So first paragraph includes the information about answers like who, what, where, when, why, and how. And the body paragraph provides additional details relating to the main topic. You can see the example right here. This, for example, is an instruction of how to use a humidifier. So instructions provide information about using a product or service or how to do something, such as applying for a position. So it will normally have a header and a body paragraph. So header describes what the informations are for, and the body paragraph gives information about the sequence of the words, like first, second, third, fourth, or first. You can look at the examples right here. And this is a typical form. So forms normally describe information that is completed by a customer or an evaluator. So it may consist of customer surveys, warranty, registrations, or employee evaluation. So typically it will have a header and a body. So header describes the purpose of the form, and the body includes blanks to be completed by the person with the information, personal information. And here's a graphical text. So graphical text may include both text, charts, tables, graphs, and schedules. May give information on a variety of topics, such as sales figures and consumer preferences. It can also describe when and where the events will take place. So it will have a header and a fine print. So header often include multiple headers, and fine print additional information usually is in smaller text marked with an asterisk. So this is the new type of text that you will see. So this is a text message or a chat message. So you can see a group text on the left hand side and a chat message on the computer screen. Now let's keep in mind the 6 types of questions that we discussed in the previous video and the types of writings that I just discussed right now. So to become familiar with all the reading types and the question types, let's do a few solid examples. Probably we will do about 3. Okay, let's do example 1. Look at the reading. Auckland Daily Chronicle Business Briefs. Look at the writing and establish what kind of writing it is. So never forget to read on the top. So question 153 to 155 refer to the following article. So just by looking at this, you exactly know it's an article. Read the headline and the first line to establish the main idea. So Auckland, 6th June, Annie Marie Haas, former executive director of Gear Goods, a company that develops and sells software for bike sharing companies, has a new but related position. So we know that it is about a new position someone is going to take. And after that, go to the questions right away. 153, 154, and 155. Read the questions and try to establish what kind of questions it is. So what is the purpose of the article 153? So just by looking at this, we know it's a main idea question. And 154, what does City Wheels expect to do? So it's a detailed question. And 155, in which of the position marked 1, 2, 3, and 4 does the following sentence best belong? A modest $5 registration fee is required to begin using City Wheels bikes. So for question 155, just look at the top of the article, first paragraph. So it is about someone is going to move the position to describe the financial difficulties a business is facing, to announce the launch of a new software company, to report of an executive career move, to assess recent tourism trends in Auckland. So we already know that it is about an executive move. So for 153, the answer is C. For 154, what does the City Wheels expect to do? So for detail, move to the middle of the passage. So second paragraph. Just scan through and you can see City Wheels was looking for a new leader to oversee its planned expansion from 50 to 75 bike stations in Auckland. So they are going to open an office in Wellington, add more bike stations, increase its rates, offer several new bikes. For 154, their answer is B. So 155 is a new type of question, sentence placing. So a modest $5 registration fee is required to begin using city wheels. So first paragraph, they are talking about executive move. The second paragraph, they are talking about adding new bike stations, and the third paragraph is talking about their services. So in position 1 and 2, you cannot put in the sentence because it's talking about the service, and in 3 they are talking about bike stations, but in the fourth position they are talking about the details, so details of the service. So City Wheels systems is simple and affordable for occasional use. A modest $5 registration fee is required to begin using City Wheels. So for question 155, the correct place is 4. So you have to put this question statement in for position 4. So let's do a second example. Follow the same steps that I gave you in the first example. Look at the writing and establish what kind of writing it is. So question 156 to 157 refer to the following text message chain. So it's a text message. Read the headline. For this text message, we do not have a headline, so skip to the third step. So go to the question and establish what kind of questions it is. So where most likely is Mr. Shin as he writes to Mr. Cha? So it's a detailed question. And 157 at 4:02 p.m. What does Mr. Shin most likely mean when he writes, "That's what I thought"? So if you look at the text message, where most likely is the Mr. Shin as he writes to Mr. Shah? So you left in such a hurry. Did you manage to catch the train? So just by reading this one, you already know that maybe he's at the train station waiting for a train. So go to the next text message. No, but there is another one in 10 minutes. Okay, so he's already at the train station then. So look at the answer step. At his office, B, at a dining establishment. At a dining establishment is a restaurant, right? At the local post office, at a train station. So for 156, the correct answer is D. So 157 is the new type of question. It's the word in context. So at 4:02 p.m., what does Mrs. Shin most likely mean when he says, "That's what I thought"? So that's what I thought, 4:02 p.m. He managed to send a fax. A delivery will arrive in time. Express mail is a better option, and invoice needed to be revised. So that's okay. He will get it by tomorrow. So that's what I thought. So Mr. Shin is agreeing with Cha. So for question number 157, the correct answer is B. A delivery will arrive in time. And this is the third example. Repeat the same steps. So look at the writing and establish what kind of writing it is. So question 169 to 174 refer to the following article. So you know it's an article. And read the headline and establish the main idea. So airport expansion continues. 26 May, a major airport expansion project is underway in Honolulu City. The project is estimated to cost $1.6 billion, and a new terminal is scheduled to open for international service in approximately 1 year. So it's about airport expansion. So go to the questions and determine what kind of questions. So there are 4 questions. 169, what is Honolulu City Airport undergoing an expansion? So it's a detailed question. 170, the paragraph 2, line 5, so it is a vocab question. And 175, what has Wilford Engineering been hired to do? Okay, it's a detailed question. And what is suggested about Honolulu City Airport? So it's an inference question. The details for this will not be explicitly given. So let's go and solve this one. What is Honolulu City Airport undergoing an expansion? So just by reading at the first paragraph, the project is estimated to cost $1.6 billion, and a new terminal is scheduled to open for international service in approximately 1 year. So to accommodate flights to other countries. So it's a straightforward answer. So it's option A. For 170, the paragraph 2, line 5 in word handle is closest to the meaning. touch, manage, examine, and release. So go to the second paragraph, line 5, and see handle. Try to replace handle with all these options and try to see if it makes sense. So the only word that makes sense is manage. The capacity to manage air traffic could be reached within 3 years. So the correct answer is B. For 171, it's a detailed questions. What has Wilford Engineering been hired to do? So go to the third paragraph. To address the problem, officials are overseeing the Honolulu City Airport project and have contracted engineers for Wilford Engineering to explore the possibility of extending a third runway over the Pacific Ocean. So they are trying to study about the runway, so to determine whether a potential runway site is suitable. So for 171, the answer is A. If you find the answer, you don't have to read it anymore. Do not waste your time. And 172, what is suggested about Honolulu City Airport? So go to the fourth paragraph, runway that extends over. So first one is talking about the project, then the problem, and then the details, and they are talking about the problem, the same problems we have in other cities as well. So what is suggested about Honolulu City Airport? It has been open for 1 year. It has earned 1.6 billion in revenue. C, it has sustained structural damages. It's located on the coast. So they are planning to build a runway over the ocean. So it means it's near the coast. Coast is around the sea or ocean. So for question 172, the correct answer is D. This brings to the end of single passages, and I'm hopeful that the examples were handy in helping you take and prepare well for the test, and I will see you in the next video. Please keep yourself. We will do double passages in the next video. All right, see ya.